It's huge. And major props to audience ops. Before I came into the Receptionist, I had tried other kind of third-party content producing companies, and I swore up and down I was never going to use another one because I just had terrible experiences with them.
Yeah.
So I inherited the relation when I came on board to the Receptionist about 2 years ago. I inherited the relationship with audience ops, but it has completely changed my view on it because of just the quality of the work that is produced and the results that it helps us drive. I mean, as a marketer, there's not a whole lot better than organic traffic. And our organic traffic and the content strategy that I work with audience ops to help build and craft in terms of what content we're producing for what industry and what persona type, it drives organic traffic like crazy to the point where we have other companies and other industries wanting to be a part of our blog so that they can capture some of that organic traffic. I think that's kind of interesting and kind of funny in some ways how that happens.
So what we have a philosophy here, and that is to hire what we call sharpshooters. And a sharpshooter is somebody who has expertise in a particular area, which would be difficult to find in any one hire or something like that. And I think that's actually what happened with audience ops as well, is that we were able to find a sharpshooter. And it was actually it was Dylan Berry, our director of engineering, who wasn't really happy with our earlier provider. We had a provider that did a lot of kind of general marketing for us, and they would do some blog posting and things. And the blog posts were good, but they weren't great. And sometimes we'd slip on the schedule, and we didn't really have a content calendar determining what we had coming up in terms of content. And so when I think Dylan was a little frustrated by that, we didn't have Michael as our director of marketing. So I was the de facto director of marketing, and that meant that everything went very slowly because I was also trying to run sales and everything else. And so he brought along audience ops and said, "Hey, I think he actually met Brian at MicroConf. It might have been, or another conference or something."
Yeah, probably.
And as a result, they said, "Let's take a look at them." So we did an interview, and they talked about the content calendar and how the content was created. And we really looked at it and said, this is the type of process we need. So it gave us that sharpshooter that we wanted, somebody who could really specialize. And I think that's an interesting thing, is that audience ops is a focused company. And as are we were very diligent about going into other areas of business because we want to make sure we're the best visitor management system. And I think that's sort of what I've seen with audience ops as well, there is a sort of a deliberate focus on, we are content creators, and then we have a program that supports your content creation. So honestly, basically, as we were putting up blog posts and approving the ones that came in from audience ops, our job was pretty easy. They were fully edited content. They went along the way we wanted them. So it meant it wasn't a drain on resources, but we were getting that organic SEO that we wanted, in addition to providing our customers with important content that they'd want. So I think that worked well, and I think that I know that Michael's right. Kind of had sort of I don't know, Andy. I've tried these things before, and I think audience ops turned him around on that one. So that's good.
And in the instance of being at the Receptionist, of being the first full-time marketing hire, that was going to be unsustainable real quick. And so having the audience ops in place and learning pretty quickly that, hey, this is a really high quality, high level of work capacity that the team is able to produce there at audience ops in a consistent manner, in a really high quality way. And it's I think it is one of the key catalysts to the growth of marketing in and of itself here at the Receptionist, because it's allowed me to do so many other things in marketing that I would want to do, but wouldn't have the capacity to do had I been in charge of writing blogs and producing content all day long.